What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the GITM podcast, where we cover the true crime, the paranormal, conspiracy, and all kinds of good shit. Tonight we're doing true crime. We got some old OG members in the chat. We are coming to you live from YouTube.
I'm gonna send it in the group chat just in case, so Gregory knows. We can get a really immature argument going on in the chat.
Yeah. So, but like I said, tonight we're doing true crime. I don't really. I have heard of this. I am aware of this one now. Now that I've seen the title, because as you know, we don't tell each other what we're doing.
God, I should not have wore a gray shirt. My tits are fucking looking fantastic right now.
Well, anybody loving tits would love this live stream right now.
Anybody, all the people that comment and call me fat and gay are gonna have a fucking field day with this one.
Who doesn't have a little homosexual tendencies?
Everybody. It's just human nature.
We all had that brief Friday night in college.
Holes is holes.
That's true.
Just like love is love. It works for relationships and sluts. You can be a man slut. You can be a lady slut. As long as you're not a fucking trollop. As long as you're God-fearing.
Yes, because God loves the homosexualities.
And when I say God-fearing, I mean like the good religions. Catholicism, Christianity.
But don't forget, if you're watching this or you're listening to this on your favorite podcast app, be sure to head on over to the YouTube channel. It's in the description, I believe, the link. And subscribe and join us live, and you can partake in the chat, which now that some of these guys are back from doing their long hiatus from viewing us, can get interesting.
Yeah.
And a little
stupid. Gonzo's ass is out.
And a little immature. But that's okay. So, what are we doing tonight, Travis? Are we got anything you want to talk about before we cover?
We got to talk about Elon Musk because I put the hashtag on it.
I have not paid any attention. What did
I don't know.
Elon do?
I don't know. Probably something fucking stupid. Balancing forks and shit at that dinner. You see that shit?
No, I didn't.
He was at some fucking.
I've been checked. I haven't even turned. I'm getting rid of cable. I haven't watched cable in like.
I've been telling you for like 3 years to get rid of cable.
Matter of fact, in your closet, there's an old box.
You gotta return it?
Yeah, I'm gonna return all that shit.
All right, I'll dig it out. It's under all the old like soundproofing and shit.
Oh, what the hell is this? No, we're not. Windows, we're not. Remind me tomorrow, Windows. Jesus.
I'm secretly ancient Greek. Why? Because I'm fat and gay? Well, if I'm fat and ancient Greek, wouldn't that mean that I'm royalty?
Maybe. I don't know. But I have not paid attention to the news. I know, apparently I did hear something about tariffs. I don't know. I guess we're just tariffing everybody.
It's going through. It's from what I think is what's happening.
Fuck them. But I don't even give a shit anymore. And my chair is squeaky. We need some WD-40.
We need some Earl.
On this bitch.
What is happening?
Tyler asks, does Elon Musk smell musky? That is a question.
Probably.
I would imagine. How many kids does he have?
I don't fuck if I know.
I mean, for one, I'm not. Obviously, he's a perfect example of if you have money, you can land any piece of ass you want. Hence why I don't land any ass. Let's see what's.
Gonzo's asking if your hole's ready for him.
Nope. My holes are never ready.
Unless it's for diarrhea.
I wish I could have some diarrhea here lately. Jeez.
It's funny. I was just listening to a podcast today, and I completely agree with them.
What?
Everybody needs a little diarrhea every once in a while.
Not to get too personal, but I'm generally a regular guy.
Can't poop. Too much cheese.
I haven't even had a lot of cheese lately. I've been actually eating pretty clean here lately, but because
not enough fiber.
Probably. Tyler's down. Said he's down 30. I'm down about 9.5, almost 10. I'm about 50 pounds away from my beach body.
I'm probably up like 20.
That's all right. You're in the bulking stage.
I've been in a bulking stage for like 2 years.
I've been in a bulking stage since birth.
It's funny because if I just stop being a piece of shit and follow a diet, I'd lose weight. But god damn it, dude, like I've just had a fucking sweet tooth lately. All I want is like cereal and fucking Pop-Tarts, and the corner store by our house has these little strawberry muffins that are delicious.
Well, here's the thing. I'm a little upset with my weight loss.
It's all in the cock.
Yeah, I've lost, my bellies went right to my average size penis.
I meant you lost weight in the cock region.
Probably it's got smaller. I don't know how that happened.
Like pencil sharpener width. You got a real skinny dick. Fat body, skinny dick. That's the new trend.
I always said my problem has always been the enormous amounts of soda I intake.
And it's not.
I'm a firm believer in cheat days, so I very rarely drink a Mountain Dew.
I'll have a case or two.
No, I might have a Coke every now and then. Like if I go out to a restaurant,
yeah,
I'll have a Coke.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was down in Mountain Dew, basically mainlining that shit during work too.
As I drink mine.
We're talking close to 100 ounces probably through a course of a day.
Yeah. And then you switched to Diet Dew there for a little while.
I still do Diet Dew, but I'm drinking a lot more water. I would have thought I would have been about $1.85 by now. Obviously, soda was not the problem.
That's not how it works.
But I mean, just the sheer calories alone, I had to have been taking 2,000 calories out of my diet a day.
Yeah. I don't know, but I mean, you've definitely gone to the gym more consistently than I have.
Well, just for the past month.
About the same period of time that I've taken off from going more than twice a week on a good week.
I might have to find a better time to go.
I'm telling you, man, just take a nap and then go in the middle of the night.
I'm thinking about seriously getting up about 4 o'clock in the morning.
4 o'clock in the morning.
And going for work and coming back home, let the dog out, and then go to work. Because I went, what was it, the other day?
Even 4, you start getting like pre-work people in there. I've been there at that time.
The other day, I drove about 6, got there about 6:30. Couldn't find a parking spot to save my. I was like, I would have had to park at Jungle Gyms and got my cardio in, walking to the fucking place.
I'm starting to sound Australian over there. No.
So I said, you know what? Today's an off day.
Drink a gallon of water a day. That's why I have a gallon water jug.
You saw that? What's sitting on the couch? Mm-hmm. I don't think it's a full gallon. It might be a gallon.
Mine is ice.
But I take it to work every morning.
Is it gone by the end of the day?
And well, that one is today.
I was going to say,
matter of fact, this is the last of it right here. Oh yes. But for those of you listening, we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of this episode here.
I had meat and potatoes on Sunday.
Right now.
I had a fat fucking steak. It was so good. I got a 14-ounce ribeye. That bitch was gone in like 4.5 minutes.
I can't decide whether tonight I'm going to DoorDash a steak or just go shitty wings and just make today a cheat.
If you're going to DoorDash, I would just go get a steak because it's going to, or order it more raw than you would like to eat it because it's going to cook on the way here. It does.
You gotta steak. You gotta let it sit.
Yeah. Depending on where you think you're ordering it from, you think they're letting that shit rest? No. The rest is the ride from in the passenger seat of a fucking Hyundai Kona. What? Oh, he's telling you telling us not how not to be fat fucks. He's over here being Puerto Rican. He's like, you have to drink the guava nectar and you have to eat arroz con pollo three times a day, and then you'll be skinny like me. It doesn't have anything to do with the fact that I live half my life with no meal.
I do pretty much eat 3 times a day.
I don't. I try to force myself to. I'm not a breakfast person. That's my worst part.
I wait till 10
and I try to act like I'm really go protein shake for breakfast counts. But if I'm not going to the gym, I don't see the point in drinking a protein shake.
I'll have like a sandwich around 10:30 on break. Some turkey.
A brekkie Sammy?
No, sometimes I'll do sausage, egg and cheese, or sometimes I'll do just a turkey sandwich. But hell, I'm getting so anal.
Yeah.
I'm taking the bread off. I'm not even eating the bread.
Just get keto bread. It's not that bad.
Well, it's coming off a truck, so.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you got the food truck life.
And then I'll go. Generally, sometimes I'll get something for lunch, and then I eat dinner. Now, granted, when I come home from work, dinner is my big meal. But I even got me some protein bars that I keep forgetting to take.
Oh, there's protein bars?
Yeah.
Oh, Nature Valley protein.
Yeah.
I know, dude. I'm like, this shit's so fucking expensive.
But I did find my new true love.
Butt sex?
No, those
men.
What was it? Those protein drinks, those core.
Oh yeah,
core, those are.
Yeah.
Oh, those that could be my new Mountain Dew.
Yeah. And every once in a while, I'll take one of those and I'll mix it with a scoop of protein.
Well, I bought it. What 12 of them?
Oh, I don't know.
It's not that bad.
I almost stole one the other day because I was like in a rush and I was like, fuck, I gotta get more protein.
And
anyway.
I ran out last night, so I bought one up at the corner store. Fucking like $6.
Yeah.
I said, move.
I don't know why, but I don't buy everything by the case, like energy drinks, all that shit. It's fucking stupid. It's because I don't like. It's just I'm on my way somewhere and I'm like, oh yeah, I should grab these.
Yeah.
But that's the next step. I have to buy protein soon because I'm basically out. And once I spend the money on protein, then like I will be forced to go to the gym. I won't allow myself not to because I'm like, I just spent this money on fucking protein.
All right.
But you know, blend it with ice. Come.
Yeah, but I hate fucking cleaning a blender.
I don't know. I still want to try the one dude. Oh fuck, I don't know if they still have the Oreo Coke. He was doing the vanilla version of what you have with that, and he said it was actually really good.
What?
The protein shakes.
Oh.
He would pour the protein shake and then he'd top it off with that Oreo Coke Zero. He said it was actually really good.
Huh. All right, Travis. We bullshitted for 20 minutes almost.
Is there any current events?
I haven't, like I said, I haven't been paying attention.
I wonder if I can, hold on. Let's bullshit for 15 pages. Good thing that you see how staunch the notes are.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it even more pages. I'm about to make the font bigger.
Oh.
So I can read it better. So I don't sound like a fucking moron. Yeah, now we're up to 20 pages.
Sweet.
This isn't working very well. All right,
we ready? Take us home, Travis.
All right, we're talking about the Bloody Benders. The Benders were a family.
Oh, I thought it was my drinking excursion last weekend.
Ew.
Oh.
What was bleeding?
Pretty much everything.
Was it your stinky, gapey butthole?
Yes.
From all those fucking protein poops.
And that homosexual sex.
Those heavy protein logs you've been chopping off your butthole.
I wish we covered this.
I say like everybody needs some diarrhea in their life every once in a while. Sometimes you just need that good feeling of just spraying out, you know?
Yeah. That'll get us a few listeners right there. That one lady hasn't commented in a while.
Especially in the public bathroom. Nothing better than going in a public bathroom and you're like, you have to make that decision of like, do you pucker your butthole and like, you know how it just kind of like creeps out little farts because you're trying not to poop while somebody's in there because you're embarrassed, or every once in a while you just...
You know me, I don't do public bathrooms.
I do. I feel it, I do it.
Yeah. All right.
But anyway, the Benders. This is kills, murder, death, kills from Demolition Man.
I watched that not too long ago. 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
I heard they're making another one or remaking
because
it.
Hollywood has lost its fucking...
I'm okay with it as long as they don't ruin it. Because that's, as we all know, like, you can talk about Titanic or Avatar, whatever you want. No. Demolition Man starring fucking Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes and fucking what's her name, Sandra Bullock, and fucking
Sandy,
Rob Schneider.
Oh, that's right, Rob Schneider was in that too, wasn't he?
Yeah. Excuse me. And the one guy that is in a lot of movies that nobody knows, Andy Dufresne's daddy in fucking Shawshank Redemption. Isn't he in
Oh, the warden.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that
he's
guy.
bald in Demolition Man, yeah.
Fantastic. The fat guy from Beetlejuice that went to dinner at Taco Bell with him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that fucking guy. Cinematic masterpiece.
Oh,
Fuck
it-
Titanic.
I can't argue that. It is a damn good movie.
All I'm saying is Schindler's List is a massive piece of shit next to Demolition Man starring Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes. The Patriot, Mel Gibson, anti-Semitic piece of shit. What else? Taken, Liam Neeson, we've already discussed this. Fucking terrible father.
Yes, he is.
I know how to kill people and do kung fu and shit, but I can't protect my kids. The fuck?
The hookers have been freaking kidnapped 4 times.
Dumb idiot. Just keep making Ted movies. That was funny, though. That was a good cameo. Did you see that? In Ted 2, I think.
I don't remember Ted 2. I know I've seen it, but I don't
It might be the
remember
first Ted, but it's fucking Liam Neeson is like checking out at the grocery store with Tricks. And he's like, I've been led to understand that these cereals just for children. He's like, no, I'm pretty sure everybody can buy it. And he was like, so no one's going to follow me? He's like, no. That was a good one. Anyway, so the Benders, murders, deaths, kills, Old West.
Hey, this is you don't hear a lot about Old West
Murdering?
serial killers, basically, and that's basically what
Yeah.
you just hear about the shootout,
The OK
duels,
Corral.
the duels type
Yeah.
shit. Yeah,
The Wyatt
this,
Earp shit.
This is an interesting story. I like I said, I've heard a little bit about it, but I'm sure you're going to enlighten me on.
Yeah, we're talking the old days where guns went
Yeah.
because bullets bounced back then. Way more often. That type of shit. Damn, I should have saved my fucking dachshund joke for this one.
What dogs?
I told you a couple weeks ago, why'd the cowboy get a dachshund? He wanted to get a long little doggy.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, so we're going to talk October 1870. Like I said, tumbleweeds. Draw a partner, you yellow-bellied son of a bitch. All that shit. I don't know why that first one, just ignore that one. We're talking Osage or Osage in northwestern Labette County, Kansas.
Okay.
About 7 miles northeast of where Cherryvale was later established.
Never even heard of
I'm
it.
assuming somebody who's a nerd about the westerns would know what Cherryvale is. I have no fucking clue. The father, John Bender, and John Bender Jr., they registered 160 acres or 65 hectares of land next to the Great Osage Trail, Osage, whatever. They had a cabin, a barn with a corral, and a well.
You need a well. Need that
They're
water.
doing well. If you watch Homesteaders shows, they're doing well. And then you have Elvira, Papa Mau Mau, and Kate Bender, who arrived later in 1871.
I don't think anybody listening or watching this will get the Oak Ridge Boys.
Everybody, the whole small crowd of this show, their hearts are on fire for Elvira. Papa Mau Mau.
I'm with you.
You got to drop it. Papa Mau Mau, giddy up. I'd like to think that they just sang shit like that while they were in wagon trains going out west.
Probably.
Just 1,000 people dying of dysentery and starvation. Just Papa Mau Mau, like an old fucking. Don't shoot me for this. Black spiritual, if you will. It doesn't roll off the tongue when you say black spiritual as well as it does if you say the N-word spiritual.
Okay.
What? Like the fucking, unfortunate slaves used to sing in the field. I don't know any of them because I have white privilege. I am part of white privilege comes with not being privileged to these songs.
That always makes me think of Blazing Saddles.
Yes.
Can't tell me.
Imagine if it never got abolished. Imagine if it never got abolished.
Yeah.
There'd be a bunch of fucking svelte, well-built black dudes like, they not like us. They not like us. To be out there like, halftime show was fire, boss.
Oh boy.
And he'd be like, I'm Republican. I don't get it.
Hold on, we gotta take a break. Something came up in my life the other
Racism.
day. The other
Let's
day.
talk about it.
You being of Japanese descent, is it Hiroshima or Hiroshima?
Hiroshima.
I believe that's what I said.
I honestly don't know.
Oh, okay. Because whatever I said, I thought I said Hiroshima, and everybody told me it was Hiroshima.
It's whatever white Republicans say it is.
I said, well, it doesn't really matter. It was flattened.
Hiroshima.
So I will call it whatever.
Hiroshima.
Okay.
Yeah, Hiroshima does sound more legit than Hiroshima. Actually, Hiroshima. Maybe it's a mix of
somebody
both.
went to the extent of Googling it and having the voice, and they did say it the way that person was saying it. But I said Hiroshima. Well, whatever. Hiroshima.
Big H.
Well, it was a little H after. What was the?
It's like Jay-Z. H to the is, O, V to the is a. Hiroshima to the atom bomb.
I think it was little H after the Enola Gay got a hold of it.
Gay.
I think wasn't that was the name of the bomber that Enola Gay, I think that was the name of the bomb, or the bomber that carried the bombs.
It was flying. They should have called it the Enola Ferry.
All right, get back to the Benders. Now that I would sidetrack this.
So Elvira and Kate Bender came later. Go figure. The ladies came later.
Then once they got established,
So I bet you they held that against them too the next day. I bet you they
at
burnt.
least they came. Most don't come at all.
I bet you they burnt the bacon. The cabin was divided by a canvas sheet. In the rear of the cabin, there was their living quarters, and in the front, there was a general store, a kitchen, and a dining area for travelers. You could also stay the night there. Cool. It sounds pretty low grade. This sounds like it makes the Motel 6 look like fucking the Four Seasons. I've never been to a Four Seasons, but I hear people talking about them, so I'm assuming it's nice.
Been to plenty of.
I
Motel
fell off the
6s.
wagon. I did. I'm fat as fuck. I've gained a solid 20 pounds. I guarantee it. I just haven't weighed myself. I'm afraid. And it's all fucking like sugar, carby weight and shit like that. That's what I hate. If I start eating decent and drink water like I was, like a lot of this fucking chubba dub just disappears in like 3 days. I just don't have the willpower to not do it. I'm in a slump. All right.
Hey, you're allowed to be in a slump.
I did well for a very good period of time. Anyway, there was a 2-acre vegetable garden and apple orchard.
It's a big fucking garden.
I know, right? They were planted north of the cabin. Let's talk about the Benders. John Bender Sr. was about 60. There's a lot of abouts in this. There's a lot of like not confirmed shit in this. He's about 60. He spoke little, often unintelligible English.
Okay.
He was of German descent. The family was German.
Oh.
So he's a Nazi.
I don't think so back then.
I don't recall.
Nazi.
Actually, you're right. I don't remember. I don't recall. We'll have to look back, or we'll get to it eventually. But I don't know if any of the victims of this story had a single Goldsteinberg wine. I don't know if there's any of those in there. Not to be, not to group
I'm just
all the Jewish people together.
According to my history lessons in high school, I believe Nazis came after World War I, not the Civil War.
That's what they want you to think.
Oh, okay. Maybe. It's a big conspiracy.
And there's, and plus, someone who controls the weather and show business wouldn't be caught in a place like this.
That's true.
In such a place of ill repute. They would have been taking the Wright brothers' first aircraft coast to coast, pedaling their fucking balls off. Some reports identify him as a William Bender. There's a lot of hearsay shit in this one. But, a long time ago, middle of fucking nowhere, that's how it goes. Elvira Bender, excuse me, Papa Mau Mau, was about 55 years old. She also spoke little English, was a fucking bitch, apparently. Not quite standoffish, not very friendly.
Well, has anybody that's ever been named Elvira been...
Well, did you see this?
What?
The neighbors nicknamed her the She-Devil.
Well, I think I've been married to her before.
Lady Hitler.
Lady Hitler, yeah.
It just makes sense. A 55-year-old, middle of nowhere, out west German immigrant. Of course she's mean. It fits her tone.
Right. Well, the Germanic language sounds mean anyway. It is not a romantic language.
Yeah, it's just like the, what is it? There's a cryptid or some shit like that. Or a lore animal of sorts called the Bachhasten. And it just sounds aggressive.
Everything's aggressive in Germany.
I know. I bet you fucking all the Western movies and shit would have been way more entertaining if you had this bitch yelling shit out the door.
True.
It's time for supper. Nein! Get off with the Harsen! Sauerkraut and sausagen. I don't know why everything ends with N. But it does. It fits. John Bender Jr., about 25 years old, a handsome, auburn-haired, mustachioed young lad.
Was it one of them curly mustaches?
One would hope, but I mean, if I'll be honest, I don't know how accurate the picture and the thumbnail is that I put up, but none of these people are attractive. They're all butt fuck ugly.
Well, shit. So somebody lied about it.
They all look like when they were born, their whole skull was a soft spot, and somebody beat them with a bag of dildos, and then they were like, "Go live life." He spoke English very well, but with a German accent. He was gay. Do you have any horse feed? I am traveling a long way from the East Coast into this shithole little town with one horse and my ugly fucking sister, who apparently for the time is going to be referred to as attractive. She looks like Kathy Bates' asshole was hit with a truck. This dude, the way this is put, laughed aimlessly, which made people look at him as a quote half-wit. So he's just fucking bless his heart and his way through life out there in the Old West. He's just like out there like, yeah, they done shot my granny and fucked my horse to death, and he's like,
maybe he's just one of those people that laugh in uncomfortable situations.
Me? That's what I do. Somebody walks up to me in everyday life and they're like, an eagle ate my dog in front of me, and then all my children, and then the same eagle fucked me and gave me eagle AIDS. I'd be like, much like when we found out that feline AIDS was a thing. Good laugh.
That was a good laugh, yeah.
Yeah, good laugh. Kate Bender, about 23 years old, attractive and articulate with a little bit of an accent, slut. She claimed to be a healer and a psychic.
Of course she did.
Yeah. I bet you she was part Navajo, too, just like all these other bitches on Instagram that claim to be empaths and psychics and shit.
I'm 1/64th Cherokee. I really relate with my native side of my family.
Ever met him?
No.
She distributed flyers about her powers.
Oh,
She was an attention whore.
entrepreneur, I like to call it.
Yeah, she'd have been great on social media. She held seances and spiritualism lectures. Who the fuck's going to listen to a 23-year-old girl with a German accent lecture about spiritualism?
It depends on how hot she was.
I don't find the drawn pictures, because it's the Old West, so they're like, wanted, this guy, don't look nothing like the picture, but that's who we want. We will also accept the body parts, heads, and dead bodies of anybody who looks kind of like him without any actual legal ramifications of killing that person. He looks just like him. You're right. Bygones. Have a good one, Jim. She also advocated free love.
Oh, she was a hippie.
She's a hippie.
She was the grandmother of the hippie movement.
Yeah.
Sweet. Should have known it was a German.
I bet you, and you know what? She actually would probably make the hippies look good. If you take the time period that we're talking about with the area we're talking about, I bet you her fucking twat made the hippies' vaginas smell like roses.
Probably.
Or dicks. Not singling out one
Sexual organ.
They all suck. Pun.
intended.
She would use her sexy ways to draw people into the Bender's Inn is what it says there. I don't know if you can call that an inn. It's just a fucking flop house, really. It's a hostel / brothel. She might have been fucking these boys. I think she might have been.
Well, hey, more power to whatever you got to do to earn a buck.
Honestly, her brother might have been fucking him too.
Maybe
If he had a curly Q mustache.
while he was laughing.
A curly Q mustache mixed with a German accent, you're borderline.
That would be really awkward if you're getting railed by a guy in the ass and he's laughing while he's doing it.
I'm just saying, like that's you're with that mustache and that accent, you're R. Kelly. You're trapped in the closet.
Don't pee on me.
I want to piss on you. Yes, I do. She also attended Sunday school with John Jr. in Harmony Grove. Why? She's a spiritualist and holds seances. Why the fuck is she going to Sunday school? To draw more victims. Let's talk about the family background. Believed to be German immigrants, they were. Even though I heard in the time with how much hatred there was for people that immigrated from any other country, I'm not sure why. It's like as soon as people lived here for one generation and stopped having an accent, they hated people from the old country.
I'm sensing a pattern in American history.
I know, right? There was no documentation confirming this. There's a real Natalia Grace situation.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
if you're up to date on that.
I hear there's some breaking news, but
Oh, there's a Hulu show. They made a show about
I
it.
think I've seen some of it. My mother is into it.
I'm currently watching it. Well, it's not like a docuseries.
She's like what,
This-
26 now?
who knows? She could be 68.
She's 26 or 40. We don't fucking know yet.
She's either 114 or she's not born yet.
The only thing I know about that, nobody in that show or none of the people involved in that is worth a shit. They're all
Belly
fucked
button.
up. They're all fucked up. That's all I'm gonna say. From
Dude, the dad's definitely gay.
he's weird.
And I have confirmation on that from at least one person who is part of the community. He's definitely fucking gay.
And the mother is a shitbag and not attractive at all.
And we also haven't heard from her directly.
Right. The only one I feel sorry for is the one son.
The autistic one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for that kid.
The one that was their fucking cash cow?
Yeah.
Yeah. The little dungeon, the little basement dweller.
Yes.
He was down there. I was like, that makes sense. I was like, well, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Dad's in the closet and you're in the basement. You're a genius, but you're living in the basement.
I like
with your fucking dad who's
I've lived in the closet for years.
a bad actor. Honestly, I'll be honest. Like I was like, man, this guy's giving me off the vibes, you know, some gay vibes. And then
I can
he
see
got mad and stormed off the set of that interview and jumped into his white drop top Miata and sped off. And I was like, nailed it.
Nailed it.
Nailed it right there. Boom. I actually just talked about this. The person involved in this will actually hear this. I worked with a gay male, and when I first met him, I knew he was gay because I work with somebody he's related to.
Okay.
And like I was like, man, you know, not to sound like a stereotypical straight guy, I was like, I never would have guessed just looking at him. You know what I mean? And I was out back smoking one day, and he worked that evening, and he came rolling in a little bit too fast in his white Jeep with his shades on, listening to like house music. And I was like, there it is.
Confirmed.
Found the evidence. Dora the Explorer. We did it. Hooray.
Striper, no striping.
I got my backpack. He's got a strap pack. I mean, you know, you just fucking get after it. Like the guy. Funny guy. He also, I had a conversation with him and a cohort of his at the time, and like the F word came up. And I was like,
okay. The cigarette, the British cigarette.
yes,
came up.
the bundle of sticks. I was like, it's never really been part of my vernacular for real. And one of them was like, I say it all the time. I was like, that's like a black guy saying the N word. That's not fucking fair. Like, you're allowed to say it. You took it back.
That's true.
That's friendly fire. That's like me saying fucking slanty-eyed Jap.
And like me saying cracker.
Everybody can say cracker because
Yeah,
white people are the devil. We've been over this. Anyway, total fucking departure from what we're talking about. So there was also no proof of any biological relationship between any of these people.
No shit.
So they could have just all been fucking. Maybe that's why maybe they were related, and that's why they're so goddamn ugly. Like the fucking Whitakers from YouTube. You seen those motherfuckers? No. Dude, you got to watch the Whitakers. I'm not trying to be a dick. It's, you know, Soft White Underbelly?
No.
The guy, he was a journalist for a really long time. He started his own channel. He has a studio kind of set up on Skid Row, and he interviews like all stretches of life.
No.
Oh yeah, like he'll like GoFundMe money for them to like try to put them in treatment and shit if they're addicts.
Really?
And he found this while he was writing a book. He found this family in West Virginia. Just saying that has a little bit of inbreeding going on. Like one of them doesn't speak. Actually, multiple of them don't speak. Two of them speak in their own language. A lot of lazy eyes. And the one doesn't talk. He like barks. He's like, ah, 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 and he just like points at shit. And I'm pretty sure I saw his dick in one of the videos.
Okay, nice.
They take him to the state fair and they stop and he's like, you gotta go to the bathroom, Ray? And I'm pretty sure, I'm 99% sure you see him like flop his wiener out before he even gets into the door to the public bathroom. And then you see some guy like make an awkward exit because you got this dude with his dick out that looks like he's been rolling in dog shit for 2 years. And he's just sitting there taking a piss like,
At least he didn't piss on a tree.
it's probably what he does normally. The dude rolls up and he's just like outside. He'll be across the street and shit. And he's like, yeah, you gotta watch it. There's a whole he's got a whole series on them. It's very interesting. John Bender Sr. Possible origins include Germany, Norway, or the Netherlands. All the same thing. Some claim he was John Flickinger, though that was disproven. What a name.
Flickinger?
You could take that any fucking direction you want.
Oh, you could.
It could be childhood abuse. It could be schoolyard bullying. It could be, you know, little second base. Elvira Bender was possibly born Almira Hill Mark in the Adirondack Mountains.
So these were just faking German accents, all of them.
Possibly. Almira. How creative. I need a new name. My name's Elmira. I want to be not known as Elmira, and I want to get away and have nobody know who I am. I'll be Elvira now, not fucking Betty.
Did she have big tits?
I don't know. But either way, I'm like not Betty, not Patricia.
Do you remember Elvira? You know I forget.
The horror movie lady. Yeah, she's still around.
Yeah,
she's still alive.
She was actually an attractive woman. I'm sure she still is. I'm sure she's beautiful.
Rhea Ripley of the 80s.
Yeah, I mean I'd knock it out. Back
Fair
then.
enough. Elvira, Elvelmira, whatever the fuck, was previously married to Simon Mark, and they claimed to have 12 children.
That's a lot of fucking.
Later to William Stephen Griffith. She was bust that pussy open, bust that pussy open. She was fucking hot dog in the hallway. By the time, what's his name, John married her, he was just fucking. Can you imagine? You like fisting would be like effortless. 12 kids plus possibly 2 more.
Let's just say I'm not touching the sides.
You're not touching the top or the bottom either.
I'm just cave diving.
They didn't even invest in a fucking a dinner bell like the rest of the farms out there. He just rattled his dong around in there, and it went dinner. Kate was said to be Elvira's 5th daughter. Man, wow, must have gone through a lot of fucking. She must have been looming a lot of cotton back in the day. And some neighbors suspected Kate and John Jr. were a couple, not siblings. Now, were they a couple and siblings?
Probably.
Because not to sound shitty, but I do believe that was more common back in the day.
I think so.
You know, when we lived more Amishly.
What are you trying to say?
The Amish fuck their siblings. That's pretty sure that's proven. And that they also fuck animals. Not all of them. You know, this isn't all cops are bastards situations. Not all Amish are inbred.
I will say this. The beard, no mustache is a horrible look and should go
Well, do you
away.
know why they do that?
Why?
Because a mustache, they view a mustache as insinuating, like people who have money have mustaches. So it's a show of vanity. So they don't have the mustache. Same reason why they don't have mirrors.
I decided because they're all ugly.
Or why their kids' faces don't have dolls. Or dolls don't have faces. It's better the other way. Just kids walking around with the features of a face, like, and they're like, "Oh no, the mouth moved. This is boring. I'm gonna go find the cell phone I buried in the cornfield and look at Pornhub."
What was that called? The Rumspringer? When they go,
Rumspringer.
they go wild.
You know, everybody think like there's more to that than people think. Apparently, you can go on Rumspringer for like a while.
Go sow your wild oats.
What are they gonna do? How are they gonna fucking find you? All you gotta do is go a county over. Like, they'll never find you. They'll literally never find you. Like,
Take them a while.
like, look them up on Facebook. Fuck.
Take them a while to get there in a horse and buggy.
Well, depending on what kind of Amish they are, I think it's beachy Amish. Like, use technology.
I'm fucking cheating,
I
motherfucker.
don't know. There should be Mennonite, you fucking pussy.
Yeah, no shit.
You're just mad because you're Amish and you can't spell Mennonite. Stupid. Now, in May of 1871, a man named Jones was found dead in Drum Creek with a cut throat and a crushed skull.
A little overkill.
He
Just
fucked
saying.
Lizzo. Apparently, I think she lost a lot of weight.
Did she? Oh. I've not paid any attention to her.
Yeah, because,
as
you
well.
know, body positivity, but I'm going to lose a bunch of weight and be shitty to my dancers if they gain 5 pounds.
Well, you know, hey, it's like what you said earlier. She's allowed to be. She was fat.
And black.
Yeah, so she can do it all.
It was a double whammy. That's 2 cards.
Yeah.
You know what I said when they tried to cancel her?
What?
It's about damn time. Boom, fuck you.
Wow.
Now, then in February of 1872, 2 more bodies were found with similar injuries.
Ooh.
By 1873, numerous reports of missing travelers. The area became notorious, and many avoided the trail. And the region already had a reputation for outlaws. Like the fucking Luke Combs song. There's got to be Luke Combs fans that listen to this.
What? I know you said the town. What state was this in?
God damn it.
I'll make you go all the way back.
Kansas.
Kansas. So by
We're not in Kansas anymore.
So by Dodge.
We're not in Kansas anymore. We're in Elvira's massive cooch. The floor is so squishy. Whatever. That bitch was dried up on just like her backyard. There's tumbleweeds in her fucking twat.
Nice.
I don't shave my pubic hairs. I just fold them in. It's like a mitten. It's so disgusting. Oh God, they get a visual on that.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm checking out of this one.
Like somebody mixed together like the skin from dressed chicken breasts and like fucking thread and then balled it up and threw it at the wall. That's what her vagina looked like.
Okay.
Ugh, God. Where was I? Oh, yes. Vigilance committees arrested suspects, but many were released. Go figure. This sounds like Old West fucking justice to me. Because as we know, the further west you go, the less they investigate shit anyway. And that's still true to this fucking day. They're like, he's killed 17 men. I don't have any evidence. The file's still closed. That's not my job.
I mean, just because you have it on video that cops are beating the shit out of him, did they really do it?
Rodney King deserved it.
Oh, did he?
I don't actually think that, but there was, well, I will say, like, apparently Rodney King wasn't the best guy, but no, he didn't deserve all that.
No.
Now, George Floyd also didn't deserve it.
I was wondering where you're going with this. You know,
Now I'm just trying to
you know
get
what I
hot
say.
button issues.
If the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit.
then he should have quit on his wife about 20 years before all this happened. Let's talk about the disappearance of George Longcore and Dr. William York.
Okay.
Longcore is also what they called Elvira's puss. All right.
We are so adolescent.
Winter of 1872. So stupid. George Newton Longcore and his infant daughter. Okay, infant, stop laughing. And his infant daughter, Mary Ann.
Hey, good news is you just had to go.
He stayed in the inn. Mary Ann stayed in her giant vagina.
But I have good news. You could have just scrolled down a little bit to got Kansas instead of going all the way up to the top. Just
shut up.
Okay.
Okay, so winter of 1872, George Newton Longcore and his infant daughter Mary Ann left Independence, Kansas for Iowa, and they were never seen again.
Ooh. Boom, boom, boom.
Then in spring of 1873, Dr. William Henry York, a former neighbor, went searching for them and questioned homesteaders along the trail that would have been taken for this trip. When he reached Fort Scott and began his return journey on March 9th, he never arrived.
Okay.
Let's talk about Dr. York's family. His brother, Ed York of Fort Scott. And what an asshole, by the way. You got Dr. William Henry York, and you've got his other brother. Where was I? Colonel Alexander M. York. Who was he joined by looking for his brother Henry? Ed.
Ed.
Nothing, no doctor, no colonel, nothing. Ed. Just Ed. What's Ed do? We don't talk about it. Not much.
He's also a laugh slide and a half-wit.
That boy ain't right. He just likes to drink fucking Labatt Blue, chew skull, and shit in holes. We got an outhouse. The boy just likes shitting in holes. He ain't right. He's a half-wit. He's a water brain. They began searching for their brother after he didn't return, obviously. Colonel York led a team of about 50 men questioning locals and visiting homesteads, as one does. Let's talk about when he met the Benders.
Okay.
This was March 28th of 1873. He visited the Bender Inn. I don't know why they keep calling it the Bender Inn. It was a fucking cottage. There's a picture of it on the goddamn thumbnail. It's literally like I've taken Taco Bell shits that would fill this house up. Like, even to us, it's a small house. And I mean, since we moved into the mansion, it's a little different. But we both come from humble beginnings. You know, it wasn't always Ferraris and
Lambos and
hookers
and blows.
Just because you move into your first mansion in the hills that has 7 stairways doesn't mean anything.
To nowhere.
Ask Lady Winchester. More stairs doesn't always mean a good thing. So York visited the Bender Inn with Mr. Johnson. The Benders admitted Dr. York had stayed with them and suggested he may have been attacked by a Native American racist. York remained for dinner. It's always the fucking blame it on the natives.
Back then, yeah, you had to.
It was the Injuns. Did you guys do it? No!
Let's see who else we can offend today.
April 3rd, 1873. York returned with armed men after a woman fled the inn, claiming Elvira threatened her with knives. Yeah. Elvira pretended not to understand English, and the younger Benders denied everything. How the fuck? They already stayed with you. You're like, oh, yes, thank you for coming. I enjoyed your money. Get out, Colonel Man. And then they come back like, did you threaten a bitch with a knife? She's like, no hablo inglés. Like, the fuck? I don't think that's how that works, Elvira. Excuse me. When confronted, Elvira became enraged and revealed fluency in English.
Wow.
Oh, you're really good. You're a good actress. Let me tell you. You're the Reese Witherspoon of the 1870s. You're the, what was that one fucking girl's name from Twilight?
Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, they can only do like 2 things right on the camera.
I'm not allowed to talk about Kristen Stewart anymore.
Why?
I made a comment, something about overacting much, and I got lit up by social media.
I just don't find her to be that great of an actress. Let me take that back. I think she was better in the stuff I've seen her in that wasn't Twilight.
I will give you that.
She was in some movie with like Jesse Eisenberg or Michael Cera, some shit where they worked at like a theme park. I can't fucking remember, Adventureland or something like that. Like, she didn't, you know. Half the time she just said like one thing or waved, and I was like, perfect.
I would have to say
Hired.
The Twilight were horrible.
Fuck
Well,
off.
no, not horrible. She was horrible in the Twilight.
They lost me at shiny vampires.
That was an interesting take on vampires. I could be down with it.
Shiny vampires.
I mean,
Like, I would get,
glistening is a bit much.
yeah, I can get behind them being able to walk in the sunlight, but why the fuck do they have to sparkle?
Because who doesn't like sparkly things?
You took
Travis?
vampires from being like a horror movie dark trope thing and turned it into a fucking Lisa Frank binder from Walgreens in 1998. Yeah, you remember those?
No, but
The fucking every Walmart and Walgreens had them. All the girls wanted them when they're like the 80s. Well, I don't know about the 80s, but the 90s, early 2000s. They were like the neon pink and yellow, like cartoon fucking dolphins and shit like that. You'd know it if you saw it.
no. Can you remember?
They know.
My kids.
Your kids probably know what I'm talking about.
I remember they were born in '97, so they were probably a bit too young.
Both of them?
Well, the youngest was born in '02.
I was gonna say, make that math work. I know one's older than the other one. How the fuck?
Well, one of them.
Well, we kept one in a hyperbaric chamber for 3 years.
One was born in '97. The other was born in '02. So
The second one took longer to come out of the test tube.
that explains
That's
a
why
lot.
she's got a smaller nose.
That's true.
Because she's up against the glass. You know what happens when a Asian guy runs into a wall with a boner?
Brace his nose.
Yeah. You know what happens when a... Never mind. That one's probably too far. So Kate offered to help York find his brother using clairvoyance if he returned alone Friday night.
Look at Kate being helpful.
You dumb motherfucker. Actually, I was going to say, you dumb motherfucker, but these are a bunch of hill jack pieces of shit in the middle of nowhere. Go back by yourself. Bring a sword and a musket. And just, well, no, it's the 1870s, so bring a sword and a Winchester. You lay them hoes the fuck out. Just have your back to the wall. They'd be like, let's get him. He's just like, pow, pow, pow. Sit the fuck down. Not you. You're coming with me, boy. Bring your curly Q mustache. I got another job for you. I'll wear you like a sock puppet. Gross. Now, York's men suspected the Benders and neighboring Roach family, racist, and York demanded evidence first. That's fair. Come back by yourself. How about evidence? No. The Osage Township accused of being responsible for the disappearances. Why? The community meeting held at Harmony Grove Schoolhouse with 75 locals. That was a big turnout back then.
That was a packed house.
Including possibly both John Benders. Yeah. The agreement was made to search all homesteads between Big Hill Creek and Drum Creek. The Benders fled unnoticed shortly after the meeting. Oh, fuck, we gotta go.
Not suspicious in the least.
I know we're German, but let's Irish goodbye this fucking thing. Let's get out of here. 3 days later, Billy Toll noticed the abandoned inn and unfed animals. He reported it to the township trustee, and weather delayed an investigation for several days.
Well, good stiff wind.
It got a little misty. They were like, "Do you have any idea how many hours I worked to make my mustache stay in this shape? I have spit in my hand at no less than 15 times to achieve this angle on my mustache. I will not go into this rain." So they put together a search party, several hundred volunteers. How the fuck do you get 75 people to show up to the town meeting about the shit, but you get several hundred volunteers?
That's a good question, actually, Travis.
They were like, "We offer ham and beans and hand jobs." And they're like, "We're fucking we're
yeah.
there, boss."
I'd go.
Will I have to get off my horse? Nope.
With a horse, too, while you're at it.
Well, this included Colonel York. They found the inn abandoned with no food, clothing, or possessions. I wouldn't call that is that even abandoned, or did they just move the fuck out because y'all took so goddamn long to go there? They're like, we gotta go, and then it started raining. They're like, oh, we got a couple days.
We're good.
Them pussies ain't coming out in this rain. We're in Kansas. We're in which country?
Hey, it's Kansas. Could have been tornadoes and shit.
That's what I'm saying. We're in which country? They melt in the rain. You know that.
Of course, Elvira's
Papa Mau Mau.
vagina probably stuck in a tornado.
That's how that was their emergency water source. She just did a handstand outside.
Oh yeah,
They also called it the tornado because it sucked everything in and destroyed it.
black hole.
Sent it back, never to be fixed again.
You're a sexist, Travis.
Now, no, just for this ugly bitch. Now, there was a foul odor traced to a trap door under a bed, which was nailed shut. Trap door under a bed, also a nickname for Elvira's vagina. They found clotted blood in a chamber beneath that floor. They broke up the stone floor. Fancy. No bodies. They thought they got a Gacy. No bodies.
Nope.
They lifted the cabin and dug beneath it. Still no bodies. Amish shit. You ever seen Amish people move a barn like that? Where they'll put, I've seen it. They put,
Logs.
yeah, basically like telephone poles through underneath, and then they take out the floor on the first floor of the house or barn or whatever, and they'll have people inside and people outside, and they literally pick the fucking thing up and they like walk it across the street. It's pretty fucking impressive.
So pretty much how they built the pyramids.
Amish built the pyramids.
There we go. I cracked the
We
code.
figured it out. Whatever fucking... Oh, wait, no, that's Mormons. Never mind. I was going to say John Smith or whatever. No, that's the guy that fucked the Indian lady.
Oh yeah,
He was the
Pocahontas.
pedophile.
Yes.
Did you ever look at the truth of that story? He was like 40 something and ugly as fuck, and she was like 13.
That was kind of the norm back then.
I think it's gross.
I'm not
He
saying
just said,
it's
"I
not.
claim this land and this girl. She will be mine." He treated her like fucking the.
So you're saying he wasn't blonde and hot like the cartoon?
No.
And sounded like Mel Gibson?
No. Then he treated that little girl like fucking the jellyfish in Little Finding Nemo. He said, "This is my squishy. He shall be mine, and she shall be my squishy." Gross. So they probed soil around the cabin. They fucked it.
Now we're talking.
Fucked it with their old Western penises. Their old Colt 4.5. 9mm. I mean, that also works. I don't think 9mm was around back then. Did they even have calibers back then, or did they just fucking wing it?
I think they were pretty much all 45.
They're just like, what,
And 22s.
does it fit? Then fucking shoot it.
Well,
They're going out to fucking get some cattle rustlers, and they're sitting there with their guns going, think no. Think no. They're all from the same fucking box, Jim. I don't understand.
Let's be honest.
Quality control's terrible in the old West.
Let's be honest that medicine wasn't that advanced. You probably could have killed somebody with a slingshot.
Doctor, he's got a terrible infection. What do I do? He'll be all right. There's enough antibodies in that there hot loogie to clear out an entire fucking Wuhan scientist place. The fuck is a Wuhan? Don't worry about it. You'll know. Your grandkids will know. Don't you worry, Elvira. So they probed soil around the cabin, especially the garden and orchard, which makes sense. Loose soil, you know. Dr. York's body was found buried face down in a shallow grave.
Face down, ass up. So I want to be buried.
By midnight, 9 suspected graves were located.
Ooh.
And by the next morning, 8 more bodies were found in 7 graves. So,
Apparently,
did they put them dick to butt?
so basically, what you're telling me is the Native Americans were busy burying.
Yeah, on these creepy, weird people's land. They had to go dick to butt. It just makes sense.
I would.
Like, no, if it floods real bad, he might move around. We got to Lincoln log them together like Legos, just right in the pooper. Or 69, Better connection.
You have 2 points of connection.
Yeah.
2 is always better than 1. Oh, fuck.
Oh, man. They also found one in the well with body parts.
Oh.
What the fuck is the point of that? We don't need water. Throw them in the fucking well. Like, what is this, the Ring? What if that bitch started crawling back up in a pajamas with shitty hair?
Those still freak me out to this day.
I thought it was kind of hot.
You probably would, you freak.
Did you ever see the scary movie where they made fun of it?
I think I had.
The black girl like beats her ass. Say, "Come on, bitch." I was like, racist. Let's see. Talk about the victims. Most had skulls crushed and throats slit.
We got an MO.
They were described as being indecently mutilated.
Compared to this being mutilated?
I'm guessing that means they cut off their cockles.
And they stacked them like Lincoln logs? Okay, we got it.
That's how they built their house.
Oh.
Their house was... Thou shalt live in a house of dicks. It took forever to fucking build. Oh, man. No, that one might be too far.
Don't go. Don't do it.
Bring the black guys. I need to build a house.
Faster.
Where's the Italians? It's getting cold. I need more hair. Oh, shit. So I would assume that means they cut off their private parts. They Sada Abe'd it. They made dildos.
Yeah.
One young girl had no visible fatal injuries and was possibly strangled or buried alive. How young? Could have been Dr. York's daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Later on, a man named Brockman, a Bender associate, was hanged multiple times by the crowd, then released. Yeah. I mean, he had a huge dick, and then they hung him. That'd be so. They hang him, and then his pants fall down, and they're like, "He's been hanged twice." Both we hath hanged him, and so hath the fucking Lord.
Oh, fuck.
His pants fall down. Quick, cut it off. It's gonna support his body weight from the ground. We've created a monster, I tell you. It's like the Fresno Walkers or whatever the fuck those things are called. Oh shit. So yeah, they hanged him twice.
Well, you know,
They hit him with the Rasputin. He's Rasputin his dick on the ground. I'm getting real. I can't stop laughing because I'm getting a mental image of this dude with a dick so big that it supports his body weight while someone's trying to hang him. Yeah, guess a letter all you want, bitch. Hangman. You want to play a game of Hangman?
no.
You can't win.
Nope.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, where are we at?
A German prayer book was found with notes including, in quotes, Johanna Bender, born July 30th, 1848. John Gerbhardt came to America on July 1st, 18. Big Slaughter Day, January 8th.
Hey,
That could mean multiple things.
maybe they were Slaughter fans from back in the...
Oh, and Hell Departed. You think this is the day they left?
Oh.
Or do you think that maybe maybe this was the beginnings of the writings of the script for Wyatt or for Tombstone?
Maybe.
Hell Departed. That doesn't sound as good. So very quickly, over 3,000 people visited the site, including reporters from New York City and Chicago. How the fuck you had to ride a horse for a fucking month to shoot a guy because he still believed in slavery, but I'm assuming within a couple weeks you got New York City reporters coming out there like, hey, Mac.
Well, didn't they have Telegram? Wasn't the Telegram by 1870?
They didn't have apps.
The Telegram, not, you know,
Stop. Family killing people, stop. Very small dicks, huge vagina, stop. Tried to hang a guy twice, dick too big. Held him up once, broke the rope the second time. Ended up just beating the fuck out of him. Beat him with his own dick. That's Stop. Oh, shit. Now, the Bender cabin was destroyed by souvenir hunters who took everything, including bricks and well stones.
So did they have a riot?
Right? It sounds like Woodstock 99.
Damn looters.
They're just in there listening to Limp Bizkit. Can you imagine that? Old ladies with bonnets and shit just fucking throw, give me something to break.
It's like, I love this song. This song is my fucking jam.
It's this and, I don't know, some really old Christian song.
Amazing Grace.
I love, yeah. Keep the party going. Put on fucking Amazing Grace. I'm trying to fuck more shit up. Let's listen to Little Drummer Boy. I'd mosh pit to that shit. Where were we? In May 17th of 1873, the state senator Alexander York offered $1,000 reward, which would, the equivalent of about $26,247 in 2025 for the any information leading to the arrest, and I'm assuming multiple hangings of this family or the people who done it.
Hopefully they didn't have big dicks.
Doesn't.
Well, let's be honest. If I was vagina,
She probably had a huge dick.
it'd probably act like a parachute. It'd probably, when they released the drawer and dropped her down, it'd catch and probably bring her back up.
That's a good point. She'd just hover.
Yeah, probably have lift.
She'd be like a fucking a dirty old Walmart bag in the wind.
Probably.
Walmart bag's probably cleaner though.
Probably.
And the governor of Kansas, Thomas A. Osborne, added a $2,000 reward, which would be $52,494 if you're accounting, for the arrest of all four Benders. Do you get a percentage if you only get one of them?
I would hope not.
I mean, I'd imagine you get 100 for each kid, 100 for the dad. That's 300. That leaves 1,700. You get 200 for the mom, and then you get the remaining 1,500 if you're able to guard her entire puss in with you. It'd be like that scene where they're dragging the fucking when Will Smith's dragging his his parachute and the alien back through the desert, but with a horse and a vagina. Same visual effect. So let's talk about the method of murder.
Okay.
Guests at the Bender's Inn were seated at the table placed over a trap door. Yeah. Yeah.
High tech.
They fucking shanghaied them. Then victims' back faced a curtain separating the rooms. This is your first fucking mistake. Isn't this the Old West? Aren't you supposed to be gunslingers? Shouldn't your back be to the fucking wall?
You'd think.
You would just be like,
maybe it was.
Yeah, that's cool. Y'all live back there? All right, yeah, cool. I'll put my back to that.
Maybe it was like our backdrop. I thought it was a brick.
That is the softest brick I've ever felt. Is that escargot brick from Italy? I don't like the people, but man, they got nice bricks. Holy shit. I wipe my ass with that brick right there in a pinch.
I have.
Just throw it on up there. See what it comes out with. Kate Bender would distract the guest. Take your pick on that. That she put on fucking some warrant and she got after it. She said
a little cherry pie.
Yeah, she's like, they were like, that fucking horse meat was really good, and then she just her fucking corset off, and she's got like little horseshoe shaped nipple pasties with tassels, and she started flapping around real hard, and they're like, God damn, girl, what are you doing? And she's like, shut the fuck up. You ready to fucking ride the bucket bronco they call Kate Bender? Kate Bender over the table.
There you go.
That's how she distracted him. There had to be some sexuality involved in that.
I would think so.
She had to be like, can I see your cock, mister? And he was like, wait, what? And she was like, mm-hmm. And he said, mm-hmm. Well, howdy, Miss Darling. Bing.
When you get home, you're going to die.
Maybe. If the first one don't get you, the second one will. We seen him do it to a fella in town. Now, John Bender Sr. or Jr. would strike the guest in the head with a hammer from behind the curtain. You would think that you would pay attention to this. So clearly they have a bright enough light source in front of this curtain that they can, I'm assuming, see your shadow. They've set this whole thing. She's just sitting there like, hold on. I'm just putting this spotlight on you just cause. Don't worry. No, don't pay no attention to that rustling and whispering directly behind you that may have involved the word kill, hit, or hide body. We're playing a game. It's called Cards Against Humanity. One of the women would slit the victim's throat to ensure death. Damn decent of you. And the body was dropped through the trapdoor into the cellar. It's kind of cool.
They had a system.
What about the chair? And don't mind the string on the chair that's attached to the roof. There's just a bunch of shitload of broken chairs in the corner. What's with all the chairs? Nothing.
Don't worry about it.
Daddy's kind of fat.
They were stripped and buried on the property, often in the orchard. Probably grew some great apples. Red's Apple Ale. And some victims had valuables, others had very little, suggesting the Benders also killed for pleasure.
Well, you know, enjoy what you do.
Yeah, I guess. Let's talk about some survivor testimonies and close calls. William Pickering, which at first I was like, isn't that the fucking Canadian guy with all the pigs that killed chicks? No, not. That was Picton. He refused to sit near the stained canvas, and Kate threatened him with a knife. So he dipped.
Smart man.
You would think there would be some type of investigation at this point. Hey, sit with your back to this knot wall. No. Bitch! Like... I just imagine that it turns into like Jerry Springer real fast with these people. You don't fucking know me. You ain't my daddy. You don't pay none of my bills because I ain't fucking got none, bitch. I claim this. I own this land fair and square just like Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. I rode a horse real fast and put a fucking shitty flag on it. It's mine's. Fuck the people who lived here for eons before me that no longer have it because mine's. Well, why do you have claim to this land over the Native Americans? Fuck them. They ain't got guns. I win. It's a good point. All the settlers were basically the kid from Big Daddy. What's that name of that game you're playing over there? I win. What are the rules? I don't fucking know. Live and you win. Die? Fuck you. Mine. Father Paul Punziglione.
Oh, he deserved to die.
Or Punziglione.
The name
Probably.
like that.
Actually, he was hairy. Go wait for it. You ready? Father Paul Punziglione, in quotations, Catholic priest. No shit. What if his name was Father? His kid was Glenn Danzig. Mother! He claimed he saw a Bender man hiding a large hammer. Clearly, he wasn't doing a very good job of it if you fucking saw it.
Oh, shit.
He left quickly, citing horse care as an excuse. That's fair.
My horse got to be tended to. I'm out of here.
I gotta take him to the car
It has
wash.
nothing to do with the guy behind the curtain holding a hammer.
I gotta take my horse to the car wash real quick.
I'll be right back.
I need a new air freshener for my horse.
Anybody need anything while I'm out? I'll bring it back.
I'm gonna go get some spinning 24-inch horseshoes.
Who wants some Butterfingers around here?
Oh, he's Catholic. I'm gonna go get a new Cadillac emblem for my horse. And fuck a boy. Hey, sorry, hammer guy, can't stay. Priest, gotta go fuck a boy. I'm out.
I got an altar boy with my name all over it.
Trying to go check out some new interior, if you know what I'm saying. Can I borrow that fucking fake room over there, though? I won't tell nobody if you don't tell nobody, you know what I'm saying? Gives you a little dip in the donation bin. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to spread some holy water around these parts. Excuse me, Mrs. Fitz. Mrs. Fitz felt uneasy at dinner and sensed movement behind the curtain. You mean you just knew there was people moving around. It's a fucking curtain. It's not like you can hear somebody moving around in the other room. No, it's the same goddamn room.
It is the same room.
This is Helen Keller in there. She's just like, we're sitting there at the same table like, man, I'm pretty sure somebody's moving over there. And this bitch is in the corner like, ah! Ah!
I want to know how Kate seduced Mrs. Fitz to get her to stay. Obviously, she didn't, because that's why she survived.
She fled after Kate issued a suspicious command. I want to know what the command was.
Exactly.
Sit the fuck back down. That's a little suspicious. Sit down or we'll kill you right now. Something tells me I have like a slight suspicion I should leave. She's like, sit down or you don't know what you might fall on a hammer through a trapdoor and get your throat slit on accident. Maybe that's why they hung the guy twice. The first time was on accident. Oh shit, my bad. Pull him back up. Did his neck break? Sweet, we can do it again. We wasted the good surprise on you. 2 men. That's all we got here. They came for a seance, but chose to eat at the shop counter instead of near the curtain because they were suspicious of from what I understand, the stained fucking curtain. Yeah, because they've been whacking people. You're gonna kill a bunch of people and you don't replace the goddamn curtain? You're over here caving motherfuckers' heads in with hammers through the curtain and not being like, maybe we should pull that down.
Or give it a good wash. Take it with a washboard.
I don't think they wash themselves. Why the fuck would they think to wash this?
Well, I'm just saying.
Or just give up on the whole fucking plan and just like whack them as soon as they walk in. Just like, get them. There's 2 of them. Fuck.
Oh, when they walk through the door, be behind the door and just...
You think they like made them fucking throw up the food again? Like, we're not making this shit again. We're gonna fucking use this to bring the next ones. We'll just wash it.
Hey,
just
recycling. I like recycling.
We'll just piss on it a little bit. It'll smell equally as good as our home does. So Kate became verbally abusive, and the Bender men emerged from behind the curtain. Pretty dead giveaway. They left quickly.
I think Kate had an attitude problem.
I think all of them did. All of them seemed a little off. The men left quickly. Go figure. They're like, there's something weird about that curtain. I don't want to sit there. Motherfucker, you fucking sit there right goddamn now. And then, I'll hammer you. Hammer time, bitch. I love to think that there was 2 German guys on the other side of that and that said that every time they killed somebody. Hammer time. That wasn't German at all. That was kind of fucking like Israeli. There's no borders here at the GITN podcast. We're all human. Love is love. They also noticed after, investigating the home, there's over a dozen bullet holes found in the walls and roof of the cabin, suggesting the victims had resisted this killing. Because I looked into that a little more because I was like, wait, if there's bullet holes, why didn't they just fucking shoot them? I'm pretty sure if rock beats scissors, gun beats fucking hammer and knife, you would think. But
hence the saying, don't bring a knife to a gunfight.
Well, they were insinuating that these were like post injury but pre-death gunshots. Like they had been hit with the hammers and were trying to defend themselves, but they just got hit with the fucking hammer.
That makes sense. So the shot was a little off.
Yeah,
I got it. They were probably seeing 3 or 4.
Yeah, like Ray Charles would have had a better shot of making this thing. What if they hit a blind guy? They hit a blind guy and he's like able to see again. He's like, you're fucked now. Pew pew, motherfucker. The Bender's wagon was found abandoned near Thayer, 12 miles north of the inn, and the horses were starving and 1 mare was lame. Fucking loser.
Fucking lame mares.
The family had bought a train ticket train tickets to Humble via the Leavenworth, Lawrence, and Galveston Railroad. Too long of a name. Go fuck yourself. And at Chanute, John Jr. and Kate got off and boarded the MK&T train south to Red River County, near Denison, Texas. Believed to have fled to an outlaw colony in the Texas-New Mexico border region. This region was so dangerous that lawmen rarely pursued fugitives there. They fit right the fuck in. Y'all got a gun where you're going? Nope. Ball peen hammer, boy. I throw it like Gambit throws cards. Excuse me. Fuck, excuse me. One detective later claimed John Jr. died of apoplexy at the border.
No idea what that is.
Didn't look it up. Feel free to do it. I don't know. John Sr. and Elvira continued on train to Kansas City. They didn't go very far. Believed to have bought tickets to St. Louis, Missouri. That's not very far. But again, back then, that might as well be another country. You know what I'm saying? Like, how long is it going to take to ride the horses? Week? Fuck it.
Too far. Fuck them.
More important shit to do. This dude fucked his horse last week. I feel like we need to investigate that thoroughly. Did you do it? Yep. Fuck. That was boring. Hang him twice. Talk about some rumors, some stories, some sightings. There was multiple vigilante groups formed around this and through this or after this. One group claimed they shot all the Benders except Kate, who they burned alive because she was a witch.
Makes sense.
Another claimed they lynched the whole family and threw them into the Verdrigues River.
Never heard of it.
Nope, doesn't exist. Not a real thing. You're lying. Yet another said they killed them in a gunfight and buried their bodies on the prairie. Why? Why the fuck? There's fucking probably rewards for them. Why would you do that? No one ever claimed the $3,000 reward, which in today's money is almost $79,000. And the search continued intermittently for 50 years.
Jesus.
Many women traveling together were accused of being Kate and Elvira. Two bitches together, that's them. The fuck? That's like in the movies when the black kid gets shot just because he's there after somebody gets robbed. That's not cool, Old West.
No.
I seen two ladies walking down the street. They were really cute. Wait, what? Hold on. Did you say, ma'am? Ma'am? Tilt of the hat. Did you say two ladies? Yeah. Loads gun. That happened for 50 years. You couldn't be seen together as two women without getting fucking shot for being in the Benders. In 1884, a man named John Flickinger allegedly committed suicide in Lake Michigan.
You know, I've been to Michigan. I'd want to commit suicide too.
Boom. OH. 1884, an elderly man arrested in Montana for a murder in Salmon, Idaho. The victim was killed with a hammer. Oh. See, that's another one. Like, feel like death by hammer is probably not that rare.
No.
You know what I'm saying? The man severed his own foot to escape and bled to death.
No, that shows, hey, I just let the fucker go.
Yeah, way to go, guy from fucking Princess Bride that was in Saw. Good job. Don't know your fucking name. Decomposition made identification impossible. Pretty sure you would have fucked that up back then anyway. He's got a face. That's him. His skull was displayed as Paul Bender in a Salmon saloon until Prohibition in 1920, after which it disappeared. It's unknown if he truly was John Bender Sr. No shit. Talk about the initial arrest. Addison Roach and his son-in-law, William Buxton, were arrested as accessories to this, and 12 men total were arrested, described as being, quote, of bad repute. So they basically just started rounding people up and being like, you're a shitty person, you're part of the Benders. Many had been involved in selling the victim's stolen goods, so they were fencing. Fair, that's an accessory. Brockman, previously interrogated and tortured at the inn, was among the arrested. Later, in 1896, he was arrested again for the sexual assault and murder of his 18-year-old daughter.
Oh, what an asshole.
Yeah, fuck you. You deserve it. Mitt Cherry, not to be confused with Mitt Romney, the greatest politician in American history, a vigilance committee member, was accused of forging a letter from one of the Bender's victims to mislead the victim's wife.
Mitt Cherry sounds like a fucking prostitute.
Sounds like an ice cream flavor.
No, it sounds like a prostitute, you know, in the saloon. I just see him walk.
My name's Mitt Cherry.
Walking down the stairs with a little fan. I see it in my mind. My mind's eye is seeing it. Ugly as a mud rail fence, but Still.
My name is Mitt Cherry, honey. Would you like to have a little romp in my room tonight for 3 pesos? Ooh, I like cherry. What's Mitt mean? Muff isn't tight.
Or I got hung twice.
Oh.
Oh, didn't you?
Men are in trouble. What else? Massive internal trauma from all the dicks. Oh. Arrest of two women in 1889. Quite a few years later. October 31st of that year, Miss Almira Monroe, a.k.a. Almira Griffith, and Sarah Eliza Davis were arrested in Niles, Michigan. There you go. Hi, Phil's mom. They were arrested in Niles, Michigan, often misreported as Detroit. Who gives a fuck? And originally arrested for, every time I say the F word, is immediately after I see your mom's name pop up, I feel like a piece of shit.
You are a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm an asshole. I'm not a piece of shit. I've made that. Okay. I've made that
distinction.
Yes.
Okay.
I was about to say discrepancy, like a fucking idiot. They were originally arrested for larceny, found not guilty, but rearrested immediately for the Bender murders. It sounds like they probably just cheated on the chief of police in that city. They're like, he's like, oh, fuck that. That ain't going nowhere. I'll find something to hem those hoes up on. Reported by Mrs. Frances E. McCann, the daughter of a Bender victim, who claims were based on dreams of her father's murder that she had discussed with Davis. Now, 2 Osage Township witnesses confirmed identities using a tin-type photograph. I don't know exactly what the shit that is. It's probably one of those ones that nobody smiled for.
I think that's how they were put on tin. I believe that's what it is.
Cool. Why didn't anybody smile?
Because it took like an hour and a half to do it.
Don't fucking... No, I swear to God. I see one tooth. I'm knocking it the fuck out. Deputy Sheriff Leroy Dick.
How many times did he get hung?
It's even worse because his first name's Leroy. Racist. That was slightly racist. The same... Leroy Jenkins, the same man who led the Bender property search, came to Michigan and arrested them on October 30th, 1889. This motherfucker said, you got him? Hold on. Let me ride my horse for a couple months. I'll see you. Don't feed him nothing good. Monroe resisted arrest, saying she wouldn't be taken alive, but was subdued. Loser.
Yeah, no, this bitch was all the way in Michigan. They couldn't get Billy the Kid. But they go from Kansas to Michigan to get this hoochie.
Hoorah, hoochie mama. Now, Mrs. Davis claimed that Monroe was Elvira Bender, and she herself was not Kate, but Kate's sister, Sarah.
Oh, boy, this just got confusing.
She later signed an affidavit to that effect.
Oh, so that makes it real.
How the fuck are you going to sign something that nobody back then knew how to fucking spell?
I still don't know how to spell affidavit, and I'm looking at it.
Right? Ma'am, I need you to sign this
affidavit.
This sheet of paper. I got a affinity here. I need your John Hancock on. Oh, you don't know how to write? Well, instead of your John Hancock, I will also accept your Mark Foot penis. No?
No.
No, that wasn't very good, was it?
No, it was horrible.
Anyway, Monroe denied being... Oh, God damn, fucking Instagram can fuck off. Monroe denied being Elvira and claimed Davis was the real Kate.
Oh, jeez.
Yet 7 of 13 Oswego panel members confirmed their identification and committed them to trial.
Oh.
I don't know what the fuck Oswego panel is or why they got so much goddamn power. Go fuck yourself. Monroe's daughter, Mary Garday, provided an affidavit stating Monroe, quote, then Elmira Shearer served 2 years in Detroit House of Corrections in 1872 for manslaughter of her daughter-in-law. Pretty lenient. Incarceration records did confirm this, so they were wrong. Trial and dismissal, it was postponed from February to May of 1890, and Monroe eventually admitting marrying a Mr. Shearer in 1872 and having a manslaughter conviction. And Davis's attorney produced a marriage certificate proving that she had been in Michigan in 1872 during some of those murders. And obviously it was acquitted. I like this, though. Judge Calvin dismissed Gardet's affidavit, calling her a chip off the old block.
Oh.
But accepted other affidavits that weakened the case. And they were both discharged due to weak charges, cost concerns for holding them long term, and uncertainty of identity. I feel like you should have left cost concerns out.
It just went with uncertain.
Yeah, you're really making yourself look like a bunch of idiots. Missing evidence.
Oh.
The key affidavits and papers are now missing from Labette County files. Nobody gives a fuck. It's been
150 years?
Yeah, some shit like that.
55 years or whatever?
I can't drive 55. Many doubted their identification anyway. Ma Bender was known to speak poor English, while the older woman reportedly had no accent at all. And defense admitted the women were criminals and liars, but evidence trying them to the Benders was insufficient. So let's go over their victims.
Okay.
Just, why not? May of 1871, there was Mr. Jones.
And me?
Well played. Skull crushed, throat cut, blah, blah, blah. February of 72, two unidentified men. Same cause of death. They were found in the prairie. Ben Brown, he actually had a reward for him. Or no, I'm sorry, he had $2,600 stolen. The fuck are you rolling around the Old West with $2,600 for?
That's like 50. What?
The equivalent of $68,243.
Oh, so I didn't see that far.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck do you have? What kind of drugs did they do back then that you could have been going to buy?
Man.
W.F. McCrotty. Sounds stupid. He got $38 and a wagon and teams of horses stolen. Henry McKenzie, $36 and a team of horses. John Boyle, $10, a pacing mare, and $850 saddle was stolen. That's a fucking expensive saddle.
Jesus
a
Christ.
$22,000 saddle by today's money. What the fuck? What the fuck was it made of? Was it made of the skin of the virgin firstborn daughter of every family in the city?
Probably. Or the cow.
George Longcore and his daughter. They were the fuck all that. We don't care about that first part. They were buried together. That's cool, I guess. $1,900 was missing. Then you got John Greery, Red Smith, the only person that sounds like an Old West guy. Abigail Roberts. They were all buried in the apple orchard. And unidentified body parts belonging to at least 3 more victims did not match any remains from any of the other known victims. There was also 4 unidentified man. One may have been Jack Bogart, whose horse was sold by a Bender associate. They were found in the creek. And their final known victim was Dr. William York, who went looking for his brother, and he was buried in the apple orchard. Yeah. Let's see. They found 3 hammers, a shoe hammer, a claw hammer, and a sledgehammer, which matched skull indentations from remains found on and around the property. Let's talk about this. This is kind of interesting.
What?
The Kelly family. The Kelly family was another family of the exact same size and gender makeup of the Benders from that area, also believed to have been associates of the Benders, which a unnamed Kansas man, because they were said to have at least helped dispose of these bodies, some of them, and possibly, kill people themselves. But a unnamed Kansas man claimed that the Kellys were the Benders.
Oh.
And believed that the Benders' supposed deaths and captures were fabricated by their accomplices. And he claimed similarities in methods, family size, and behavior. Like literally dad, husband, wife, daughter, son, possibly accents, all that type of shit. That I feel like that was pretty normal back then. but interesting. And this little tidbit, Laura Ingalls Wilder of Little House on the Prairie, she speaks about the Benders.
Really?
Yes. She claimed her family stopped at the Benders Inn when she was young, and her father joined the manhunt for the Benders. And she remembered him saying cryptically, "They will never be found," when he came back. As you see here, critics argue she was only 4 at the time, and her family left Kansas before 1873, which was the year of the Benders' exposure. But that would mean that he couldn't have been part of the... I guess he could technically have been part of the manhunt.
Here's the thing. The really interesting thing. I didn't know that was based on a real person.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
And that's the story of the Bloody Benders. They were officially never found.
Unsolved mysteries.
I mean, they're dead now.
Maybe.
I mean, the youngest one would be what? Like 180 something?
Whatever. Maybe they were vampires. You don't know.
They were shiny vampires.
There you go.
That's what happened. That's why they never found them. They were shiny vampires. They still walk to this day. They're still bending their way through life. Papa Mau Mau. Papa Mau Mau's still dragging her old stank puss around.
Yep.
Leaving a snail trail everywhere she goes. Dragging her labia behind her like an old lady. She avoids tile floors at all costs. Sounds like they're dragging a body out of the morgue.
Well, here's the thing. It's much easier to get away with serial killing back in the 1870s than it is in 2025.
I know, like, not to be a total piece of shit, but like people talk about going back and stopping atrocities and wars and shit if they had a time machine. I'm going back and robbing a bunch of fucking shit and then putting it in an account with one of the banks that survived all throughout time.
Then you would have
in my name.
Jean-Claude Van Damme coming back and arresting you for that. That's what Timecock. He got hung 3 times.
There's got to be a porn knockoff of that movie called Timecock.
Wasn't that the whole purpose of the Time Cops?
What, to cock people?
No, to catch people trying to do that exact same thing. Jesus Christ.
Hell yeah, brother. He's going home. He's going home to drink some Evan Williams and punch his wife.
Probably. Yeah.
So man, why are you doing this? Because one of my kids is brown, Rebecca. What the fuck? I told you he's yours. My name is John Hanson. Boy's 13. He's got a full fucking mustache. Like for me, myself, and Irene. The Jim Carrey movie?
Never saw it.
You never saw it? Dude, you got to watch me myself. I feel like you would enjoy that movie.
I'm not a big fan of Jim Carrey. You know that.
It's so off the wall. Yeah, I think you would enjoy that, actually. He has black kids, but he doesn't accept that they're not his. His fucking cop buddies trying to give him hints. He's like their grandmother's half Italian. He's like, oh, I guess that's why the water beads off the hair. I was like, God damn. And then he was like, what are you trying to say? And he was like, come on, Charlie, those kids' dicks are bigger than those sausages.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one. I enjoyed that film. I think Eric Roberts was in that. I'm probably wrong.
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, the Bloody Benders. What'd you think?
I mean, I just wonder, honestly, how much of this
is true,
right? And has it been blown up?
And how much of it is completely separate occurrences that just happen to coincide? Well, I mean, the bodies.
I still think the Native Americans framed them,
and that's why we took their land
as payback.
You get nothing. You get alcoholism and casinos that then just make it worse.
Smallpox, was it smallpox? Or what?
Probably a lot of stuff.
What disease did we get?
I think it was smallpox.
It was smallpox. Merry
Christmas.
Europeans.
Merry Native American Christmas, smallpox. Casinos, alcoholism.
But I do wonder how much of this is legit and how much has been blown up over time. Because
you could also make the argument
that seems like some really. That's a lot of killing in how many? Not that many years.
Mm-mm.
And from the looks of that was a busy inn, but was it? You know,
Just like Elvira's vagina.
That was a busy fucking vagina.
They came in and they looked at her and their daughter and they said, well, Papa Mau Mau.
Okay, we will not have any more Oak Ridge Boys references in any more episodes. But I am impressed you got that.
You're welcome.
That was impressive for a man.
I could also give you the only other Oak Ridge Boys. Does anybody know anything other than Elvira and My Baby is American Made? That's all I know. I don't even know if that's the actual lyrics.
I don't know either.
The Grand Ole Opry would be ashamed.
It would be. All right.
Dolly Parton, that big-titted bimbo.
They were fake.
She looks like somebody put a Barbie doll's body in a chamber but left her face out.
But she's aging well, though. I will give her credit.
Yeah, for plastic.
I mean, she's got to be 100, and she doesn't look a day over 72.
Have you seen her perform?
No, I've never seen it.
It's very close to Frankie Valli. She just kind of stands in one place and like, working 9 to 5. I can't move my upper lip. It's stuck in place till I'm done. And then they'll release the 2-sided tape. I'm not even singing this song. It's a recording and I've got peanut butter in my mouth like Mr. Ed. Ba-dum-dum-dum-dum. Because for the last 10 years, I've been dead.
Probably. All right. That'll wrap up this episode.
I think so.
I mean, I don't...
We've had about enough vagina and dick jokes for one night.
We're probably not even on YouTube anymore. They probably, with the gaping vagina talk...
I don't say Frankie Valli's bad. Gonzo said Frankie Valli's bad. I think it's sad to watch.
Let's talk about this.
Now.
Speaking of Tombstone, it's a sad day.
Kane die?
What?
Did Kane or Undertaker die?
Tombstone.
Yeah, Tombstone Pile Driver.
No, we were talking about the movie.
Yeah, are they making another one?
No.
Oh, Val Kilmer died.
Val Kilmer died.
I literally heard that and was like, not to sound really bad, but like kind of about time.
He was looking rough.
Yeah, I was like, that might be a good idea for him.
I mean, but...
Yes, I will agree with Gonzo. Frankie Valli's condition is bad. Music's still solid.
Oh, no. It's
Sherry!
sounds like fucking cats fucking. But...
So yeah, Val Kilmer's fucking dead.
Yeah, it's a sad day, man. As a matter of fact, I might go on a Tombstone marathon. I haven't seen it in a while. I like that meme.
Why? Whatever do you mean? That's my favorite line.
I saw there was a meme or something on social media about him. The worst decision, the biggest fuck up the Oscars ever made, not giving him an Oscar for that role. That was brilliant.
I was too young to be around for the Oscars for that.
Brilliant.
Is that a fucking werewolf? Did you hear that?
Probably a coyote.
It sounded like somebody dropped a dog down Elvira Bender's snatch.
All right. On that note, we will see you next week.
Elvira Bender, that's where she's been hiding all this time. She just buried her head in the sand like a fucking ostrich and she turned herself into Mel's hole. Remember that episode?
Oh, yeah.
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 Squishy.
All right. Take care, guys. We'll see you next week for another fun-filled adventure.
On a day that we will not let you know of until we're doing it.
Yeah, maybe one day we'll give you guys updates.
I'm just going to make like one fucking Instagram post and shit that I just change the day of.
All right. Take care, guys.